between my mother and I, between the two of us, she and I took this dog out today at least 10 times. He didn't go poo-poo the entire day. Not in the house, not outside. He didn't go poo-poo. I think he is just... I even took him down the street. I actually, for the first time in a long time, took him down the street, but you should have seen him. He's like going fast, running practically, looking. I know what he's looking for. He's looking for anything but snow. He's looking for grass. He's not going to find it. You're not going to find the grass, honey. I told him there's no grass. He's tired of the cold and the snow. I know that he is. He's tired of walking around the driveway and having to go. And he just is poo-poo, and it's freezing out, too, on top of all the snow. He can't stand it. You say, how do you know that he's a dog? You can't talk. No, but you should have seen him. That's not his normal way to be. He was pulling me fast down the street, practically running, because he thinks he's going to find, like, grass or something. He's tired of the snow. And he spent a lot of the day in the carrier today, because I'm sorry, we make exceptions, my mom and I, if there's a storm, like it's a bad storm out, you know, we've before let him just go in the bathroom and go to the bathroom, you know. But he's not going to not go to the bathroom outside just because there's snow on the ground or ice. You know what I mean? He needs to go to the bathroom outside. Today was so frustrating for me and my mom, for both of us. Both of us. This dog, between the two of us, me and my mom, it was probably more than 10 times. Because tonight, I started getting desperate. I mean, I took him out like I had just taken him out, and I just took him out again. My mom took him out before she went to bed. I mean, probably more than 10 times the whole day. He didn't go. He didn't go. And I'm sorry, it's pretty likely that he's going to get up in the middle of the night when he's sleeping with me tonight. He's going to go when I'm sound asleep, you know. Although I'm a light sleeper. This is very, very rare for him. I don't know if it's ever happened, to tell you the truth. And I think it's just it's the cold, and he did do the dance, and that was only the first time, and that was just, I mean, it's 11:30 now. I just took him out again. He didn't go. It's very, very, very frustrating for me. It's frustrating for my mom, too. But we tried. Earlier, she had him out for quite a while. Okay? And get over here. You're not going to go to the bathroom on the floor, honey. Had him out for quite a while, and I even broke down and took him one direction down the street, and there wasn't snow on the street. It's like, you know, it's pavement. No, didn't go poo-poo today. No, I don't think he's constipated. I think he's sick of the weather. I think he is just, he holds it, and then he can't go because he's held it. So it probably is constipation, but it's self-induced. It's caused by him, you know, not going, not letting himself go, not wanting to go. And very, very frustrating. He used to fart. Mama smells it when you're sitting on her lap. And there's such high hopes. That's so frustrating. You guys just can't. It's so frustrating. Especially when you think, okay, this time he's going to go. Remember, it's freezing out. It's not like it's summer. We have to I don't put my hat and gloves on. I just choose to be cold. My mom puts her hat and her gloves and her coat or this or that, you know. Like, I don't, but she does. And then for him not to go, it's very frustrating, you know. Until I go to bed, Omar, I'm going to have to put you back in the carrier. Grandma's sound asleep. I can't let you go in there like I've done and then get you when I'm done. You're going to have to go in the carrier. I'll go to bed early. It's certainly not going to be a 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. night. I'm going to go to bed early. I watched Enough Said again with my mama. Or I watched it alone last night, but I watched it late after a long day and only a couple and a half hours sleep. You know, so I didn't mind watching it again. I might not have under normal circumstances, but I wanted my mom to see it, so. I know she likes watching things more enjoyable for her if I'm watching them too. Fault in Our Stars, she watched this afternoon by herself. I was not going to watch that again. When I rented it from Redbox, I kept it 2 nights and I watched it twice, so I ain't watching it a third time. Ain't worth it to me. I mean, after watching it twice, I could quote, I could see it in my head. Maybe I can't exactly quote things from it, but I could ad-lib. I could, some things from it. I could see the whole movie in my head, so I know what she did about the writer she liked and him and this and that and their friend whose girlfriend turned out to be nuts, kind of shit. I could picture the whole movie, so I'm not going to watch it a third time. I have no desire. After twice, it's pretty much ingrained in my mind. Even when they went to Amsterdam, she was beautiful, this and that. Sorry if I ruined it for you. Oh, I can't be worried about every fucking movie, especially when it's already been out in the movie. It's not like a brand new movie, It's already on the theaters. It's been out on DVD for a while, so if you haven't seen it, I didn't ruin it for you. Anyway, I wasn't going to watch it again. Didn't want to. And it's just so frustrating for me and my mom. He didn't go poo-poo the entire day. I don't think he's ever done that. To my recollection, he's never done that. Has he waited and not gone until late at night, all day? Rarely, but yes. Over these past 4 or 5 weeks, we've had all these storm, and Omar hasn't seen grass in as long as I haven't seen grass, But he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand, I really felt like, I'm not in his head. I just know how he behaves on a normal walk, and he was pulling me. It seemed like he was looking, he was pulling me, and all we saw was other people's driveways covered with snow. And I told him, that's the best you're going to do, Omar. At least there's pavement. Usually we don't even see pavement. We just see snow covered, pavement or whatnot. But that wasn't enough to entice him to go poo-poo. And yeah, even in summer, if it catches him off guard, he's gone poo-poo on the street, He doesn't want to, but sometimes, So I thought maybe that would, entice him to go poo-poo, because it wasn't grass, but at least it wasn't snow. There was actual pavement we walked on today, me and him. Nope, he didn't go all day. He didn't go at all. And that's just not normal. And he had orange, and he had apple, and he had his dog food, and it's just not normal for him not to go at all. Not normal people. So I'm going to be fasting tomorrow. Sundays are when I usually fast. Don't even think about it. Oh, my mom and I wrote a song together. I actually started it, and then she was saying something or other. it's only a stupid thing about Omar. It's, you know, a kid could write it. But, because I started saying, like, what are we gonna do with the pug dog? What are we gonna do with the pug dog? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't remember the damn thing. It's something about, what are we gonna do with the pug dog? What are we gonna do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What are we gonna do with the pug dog? What are we gonna do with the pug dog? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with the pug dog Omar Lou? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? Yes, that's something Omar Lou won't do. He won't poo. Come here. Come on, come on. What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with poor stopped up Omar Lou? What do we do with the pug dog who won't poo? What do we do with poor stopped up Omar Lou? I don't know. All I know is if you think you're going to escape in the middle of the night, you probably won't be able to, because Mama is kind of in tune to everything. Mama's a very light sleeper. And I wake up, especially since you start off under the covers, I'm going to know if you try to get out, chances are I will. Dad. He's got a cut on him. How'd you get that? How'd you get that, honey? A little cut. I don't know where that came from. Cut himself on something. What? There's a little cut on you. Where did that come from, huh? Could be from anything, I suppose. Could have rubbed up against a branch outside. Who knows? Who knows? We have to step over humps just to, we have to, remember the same place where my mom fell twice is end of the driveway, icy hump. The other day my mom was saying, I can't get over that. I'm like, Mom, the hump is this tall and you are almost as tall as me. I mean, you're tall, you can step over the hump. No, I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Don't give me your shit. Yes, you can step over the hump, Mom. You just like to pretend you can't do shit you can do. You got a cut. Look at that. How'd you get that? I have no idea where you got that, but obviously, I mean, it's nothing to worry about. It's nothing major, but who knows? He scratched himself on something. Obviously, he can do it as easily as we can. You know, any of us, right? Right? No poo-poos. No poo-poos all day. That is a very rare thing. Very, very rare. I mean, we're talking, I don't keep track of it, but it's so rare. I bet in his entire life, it's only happened a few times. A few times in his entire life that he's not gone poo-poo the entire day. Not outside, not in the house, nothing. Okay? We don't have to worry about pee-pee. I mean, he could pee-pee 10 times in a row. He always finds pee-pee in him. Not lately. Lately, just because but I mean, when we take him for walks and it's nice, or even take him in the yard when it's nice, I mean, he can pee-pee a lot of times, but no poo-poo. You even had apple and orange. Yes, you had apple and orange. You had plenty of water, because I saw how much water you were drinking. Just no poo-poo. I don't know if you're constipated or you're just fed up with the snow and you just refuse to go. And then, you know, you refuse to go just like if a person doesn't go, a person refuses to go, who holds it. Does Mama tell another story about that woman? The one who, you don't need to watch what you eat. When I would chow down on everything, was you know, quite overweight, would chow down on everything, and then I'd be munching on, because when I was in my mid-20s, I would be munching on carrot sticks or something. Are you on a diet? What, are you on a diet? No, I'm just watching what I eat. Because I never consider myself on a diet. You're not supposed to. I just was watching, you know, to keep my weight down, watching what. You don't need to watch what you eat. You're thin. Much later, when you didn't know me, we got proof that, yeah, I do need to watch what I eat, or I can get this. You know, I didn't get as big as you, but I could have. I could have easily. It was approaching. It was getting pretty big, you know. And then, what else did she say? Oh, called me selfish for not wanting children. Okay. And apparently I'm sure she's not the only one, but it's very, very unhealthy. Very unhealthy to hold, because at work, and she ate all that junk food too, she did not purposely go to the bathroom, number 2, all day long. I'd never known anyone like that. I said, I know it's embarrassing a lot of times to smell up the public bathroom, but at work and whatnot, but Woody, it's a bathroom, you know. I got pissed one time because, and I hadn't even done it, but I got pissed one time at one of my co-workers who, she walks into and she's like, it stinks, and then it's a bathroom, you know. At the grocery store, when I go to in the bathroom, someone wrote on the wall, you know, it smells like ass in here, and somebody else wrote, what do you expect? It's a public bathroom, and someone wrote, you must like the smell of ass. No. She's like me, where it's ridiculous for anybody to bitch about the smell of a public bathroom. It's not that we like the smell, but we understand that, you know. Oh, they were like that in the shelter. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, it was horrible, guys. It was horrible. See, guys wouldn't care about shit like that, but women do. And they want to be in the bathroom, you know, doing their nails or chit-chatting or doing their hair or whatever else you can think of, right? It's so embarrassing if you have to go there and smell up the bathroom. You know. What are you supposed to do? There's nothing you can do. You know. It sucks. And there are people who bitch. There are people who bitch that the bathroom smells. You know? It's the bathroom, you know, it's like, it's just like anything. Even I think gyms, wives, things I've been in, you know, where the toilet's near the showers and near the sink, you know what I mean? It's like, bellies. I'm trying to remember bellies. Actually, No, I think the bathrooms, yeah, they were like over on the other side, so they weren't where people, the sinks, and hung on, chatted, and blew their hair dry and whatnot. It's so tiresome. He didn't go all day. All day. I didn't keep track of how many times my mom and I took him out, but I know it was probably more than 10, because it was more than 5, I think, just tonight, just while we were watching enough set, and just 3 times in the last. Yeah, it was. He was out constantly all day long today. And no, he was not in the carrier all day long, because while we watched the movie, while she was watching him, I didn't want him in the carrier disturbing us. So we actually didn't spend a lot of time in the carrier today. But my mom and I guarded him, eagle, like a hawk. We guarded him, and I can guarantee you, at one point he was on the couch with her, and he was crying. He doesn't like to be told what to do. And I'm like, what's wrong with him? She's like, he wants you. I'm like, all right, well, he can come over here and be on my lap. He just can't go wandering through the house where he's going to go to the bathroom. And he came over and sat on my lap. And he fell asleep, and Mom and I get so happy when he goes. Because when he goes, it's not just him that's free. We're free. We don't have to be in a constant anxiety worrying about him going to the bathroom in the house. And it's just the principle. I don't want him doing it. I don't want him thinking that he's going to not go outside and he's going to go in the house. The only way to prevent it is to take him out constantly, like Mom and I did today. This is a rare thing, though. Like I said, it's very rare for him not to go at all day long. It just doesn't happen, ever, Not to not go at all, and now we're going to bed, you know what I mean? It has happened before, during the last few weeks, in the storm, where he didn't go till at night, but he did go finally. Now he's just like, fuck it, and it's very cold out, and I'm sure he's just tired of it. Getting more snow tomorrow night, Omar's. The news doesn't know how much, depends on where you live, but it's more snow. Really bad roof collapse in Canton, I think. Some kind of skating rink, and there were people inside, children, and they all got out safely, but that was quick acting adults, got them all out, and really bad roof collapse. I mean, it looks like a catastrophe, and they had been talking about clearing the roof, and it wasn't even a flat level roof, it was like a slanted thing, and there was an expert that got on the news, and he's like, yeah, it's at a point where he recommends everybody clear their roofs off, but people aren't going to do it, They take the chance. These people in this rink, on the rink, they were going to do it this week, and then it was too late. It's already catastrophe. I saw it on the news. It's really bad roof collapse. We went down in history as the coldest month not just the coldest February in history. And remember, the focal point's always Boston, but you can apply it to a lot of other cities too. You just have to use some kind of focal points that use Boston, This month was not just the coldest February on record, it was the coldest month. That's what the news said, right? coldest overall month. Not just the coldest February. The coldest overall month ever in the history of Boston. Since they did record keeping, that's just crazy. And we are inches away from being the snowiest winter season on record in Boston's history. Just inches, 5 inches away. We're at number 2, and 5 more inches and we'll be number 1. Tomorrow night could push us, you know. The news guy seems positive. Usually when they're saying it the day before, then they're definitely going to get snow, so inching up there. And then there's supposed to be more snow midweek. I just want you to go poo-poo, that's all. That's all, such a little thing. Grandma too. I just wanted you to go poo-poo, you didn't go all day. Not once, nothing, not in the house, not outside, didn't go. Didn't go. He couldn't have gone in the house, because we watched him between the two of us. If he wasn't in the carrier, and I was vigilant with my mom too. We can't take your eye off him for 1 second, Mom. You know him. It only takes him a second, right? I'm not gonna let you go for a second, Omar. I have to clear off the bed. I put boxes on the bed. So you're gonna have to temporarily go in the carrier. I know it sucks. If he sleeps, he is sleeping with me. My mom's going to church tomorrow. So if he tries, if he wakes me up in the middle of the night and he's crying, then you'll know that he has to, I would think he has to go. I'll take him out in the middle of the night. I don't know if he'll go, Remember, in the middle of the night, it'll be colder even than it is right now. And he just doesn't understand. He doesn't understand the cold. And he doesn't understand why the snow will go away. Why every time he goes outside, the snow's just there every day. Right? You don't understand. You don't understand why you don't poo-poo. Yes, poo-poo. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? What are we gonna do with Sir Omar Lou? What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? What are we gonna do with the pup dog? What are we gonna do with the pup dog? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? Yes, that's you, Sir Omar Lou. That's you, the pup dog who won't poo. What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? What are we gonna do with stopped up Omar Lou? What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? Yes, that's you, Sir Omar Lou. What are we gonna do with the pup dog who won't poo? It's actually not a laughing matter, but What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? Please go poo poo Omar Lou. Please poo 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 Omar Lou. What are we gonna do with you? You are the pug duck who won't poo, Mr. Omar Lou. What are we gonna do? Please won't you go poo poo? Please won't you go poo poo? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? What are we gonna do with Dr. Omar Lou? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? What are we gonna do with poor Dr. Omar Lou? Omar Lou, Omar Lou, you are the pug duck who won't poo. Yes, that's you, Sir Omar Lou. Yes, it's true. You're the pug duck who won't poo. Oh, God. You're gonna have to go back in the carrier, Omar. You really weren't in it that much today, all things considered. Grandma and I could have put you in the carrier. I told my mom, though, I said, you know what? He can sit on the couch with you, but he has to sit there. He can't get up. If he gets up, I mean, we could put him in the carrier and put him in the bedroom and just play the movie loud enough that you won't hear him crying, you know. But we didn't. And, I mean, that's not animal cruelty, you know. What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? He didn't spend that much time in the carrier today. Simply because didn't want to hear, you know, didn't want to hear him crying. You know, didn't want to hear him crying. Didn't want him interrupting my mom when she was watching a movie. And then, you know, we let him hang out with us. But didn't let him get up for a second, you know. Right? Right, Sir Omar Lou? The pug duck who won't poo. What are we gonna do with Dr. Omar Lou? The pug duck who won't poo. What are we gonna do? Should I title my video that? What are we gonna do with Dr. Omar Lou? What are we gonna do with the pug duck who won't poo? I think I need to go to bed relatively early. I had no problem with it as long as I'm tired, you know. Alright, Omar's Mama has to get this stuff off of the bed. So you're gonna have to go in the carrier briefly, okay, honey? Alright? Just get the stuff off the bed. Yeah, he doesn't understand. I mean, we're not talking a few days, and he hasn't experienced this before, because, you know, we haven't experienced this before. Where it doesn't melt, and he hasn't seen grass in weeks. He hasn't seen grass. endless snow and cold. And it doesn't melt. There's no grass. It's good. Oh. Alright, my love. I'm gonna upload this video. Mama's silly little going to bed video. Mama's silly little Omar won't poo, but it's true. I wish it was just made up for entertainment purposes, but it's not. He didn't go to the bathroom, poo-poo. Plenty of pee-pee, just no poo-poo all day. And that's just not good, and fortunately very rare for him. And the thing is, he helped, I believe that he helped, but he's not going to go in the house.